everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial we are going to be teaching how to make this stylish pockets. We are going to be focusing on the pockets in this video. If you want to learn how to make this short and the elastic band, I'll drop the link in the description box on how to make it. I was able to make this with 1.5 yard of Ankara fabric and a little piece of the crepe fabric that I have. So let's get right into the video. You're going to fold your fabric on a fold of 2, and you can fold with your hip measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inch. I hope you understand. That is for the short, the fitted short. But if you are making a baggy short, you can just add 2 inches. So I'll be removing 2 inches for the band, and the length which I'm working with here is about 21. The one you are seeing on the thumbnail, the length there is about 18 inches or 17. I hope you understand. So I'm not going to be going into too much details of how to make this short like I said earlier. So I'm removing 2 inches for the band from my hip. The hip measurement I'm working with is 10 inches. The length of the hip measurement I'm working with is 10 inches. And for the crotch length, you can just divide your hip by 4 and add 1 inch. I hope you understand. So after doing that, now these are my lines, and I'm just going to cut out the front part. I'm not going to go into details of how I made it. I hope you understand. So this right here is my front part, and I'll be cutting out the back part. Mind you, this is a wide baggy short pants. If you want to make the normal short, I will drop the link of the video in the description box. So I have cut out the back, as you can see, and I added just 1 inch at the top because I'm using an elastic band. I hope you understand. So here I'm going to be working on the front part now with the pockets. So now I'm going to cut this part here into 2. I'll divide it into 2, and I'm going to be working on one part of it. So here is our pocket, the normal pocket that we used to have inside. The length here is about 12 inches. You can make yours 13, and the width is 8 inches. So I hope you understand. You can make yours longer if you wish. Now I'm going to place one part. This is the side of the front part. This is the right side. You can see this part here is the right side of the pocket. So I'm going to place this right side on the wrong side of the pocket like this. The pocket is on fold of 2. Then I'm just going to mark 2 inches. As you can see, I'll mark 2 inches inward like this. Then the length I'm going to mark about 6.5 inches because I'm going to be using half to join to the band. So 6 inches is what we are using. I hope you understand. So I'm going to take one part of the pocket, then one part of the short, then one part of the pocket. Then I'm going to cut out. So before cutting out, I'm going to make, you can see what we have here. I'm going to make the shape like so. I'm going to make the shape. You can shape it anyhow you want your pocket to come out. So I'm just going to make the shape like this, and I'm going to pick the short the way I picked it before, like one part here and one part of the pocket. Then I'm going to cut it out. I'm going to be leaving the other part of the pocket here. I hope you understand. So now once I'm done with that, I'm just going to bring the facing now. So here is the material I'm using for the facing. Is a crepe material, and I've interfaced it. So the width is about 7 inches, while the length is about 15 inches. So now I'm going to remove this pocket that we have cut earlier, and I'm going to place the facing, wrong side facing the right side of the trouser, of the shorts. I hope you understand. So I'm just going to place it and pin it down like so. The wrong side of the pocket is facing the right side of the short, of the front piece of the short. So I'm just going to flip it to the other side this way, and I'm going to shape it out right here, as you can see me doing. I hope you understand. So after doing that, now I'm going to bring back the pocket we cut earlier. I'm going to remove the pins and bring it back and place it the same way it was before. I hope you understand. I'm just going to place it the way it was before, and you can see this is what I have here. So just flip it over like this and then place it like this. So now you can see the right side of the pocket is facing the right side of the facing, and you can see the right side of the facing and the right side of the front part of the shorts. Now I'm going to pin it down now like so, making sure that they are all matching. Then I'll stitch down with 1/2 inch all the way from here all the way here. I hope you understand. Then after stitching, I'm going to notch around that place so that it can be properly relaxed. So here is what I have, and then I'll flip it to the other side and I'll top stitch, then fold this excess we have here around on the other side where we have the facing. Then I'll stitch it down, top stitch it. So I have just folded in the edge of the crepe fabric, both at the down part and at the side part. So you're just going to top stitch on it like this, top stitch on the folded part, top stitch on this part here, and also on the folded part here, then on this part as well. But before you fold it, before you top stitch on it, you're just going to bring out this pocket like this, then you start stitching down. I hope you understand. Fold it in properly, then if you have to pin it down you can do so, then just stitch it down. So here is what I have after stitching it down, and you can see how neat it looks. So after doing that, now what I'm going to do now is to stitch around here and here. Then we are done with fixing the pocket. So you can just turn it here and fix this place, just stitch this place as well. Then I'm going to bring one piece of the back part, the side. Actually, I'm going to bring the side and place it on it like this, and I'm just going to stitch on it all the way down. So after doing that, I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other side. Then I'm going to place it on each other like so. I'm not really going into too much details for the shorts, and I hope you understand. I don't want this video to be long, so I'm going to stitch on the flap area, on the crotch area like this. Just stitch it down, and you're going to stitch the other side as well. Then after stitching it down, you're just going to place it like this. This is what you're going to have. Then after doing this, now you're just going to put this part here together, then stitch down. After stitching down, you can fold your hem, and I hope you understand. So repeat the same thing for the other side. So now once we are done with that, you're just going to, this is what we have. I hope you can see how neat it looks. We are already done with the pocket. So I'm just going to pick up the band and measure what you have around there. From the I open a little part of the back, so I'm just going to open it up. You can check, I have a video now to make this elastic band already, so I'm not going to be going into detail. Just measure around, and this is what I have. I have about 58 inches. So I have two pieces here. The width is 5 inches and the length is about 30 inches. So I have cut out 2 pieces because I'm going to be joining it in the middle of the front so that we can create an opening for the rope. I hope you understand. So I have 2 pieces like this. So this is about 30 inches each and 5 inches width. I hope you can see. So now I'm going to just mark here, just put this part here, make sure that they're aligning. Then I'm going to sew in with 3/4 inch, stitch with 3/4 inch. Then now to know what you're going to create the loop, just stitch. You're going to stitch from the top. Since we have about 5 inches there, you're just going to stitch from the top for about 3.5 inches from the top. I hope you understand. Stitch from the top here to about 3.5 inches, leave about 3/4 inch for the rope opening, then stitch the remaining 3/4. I hope you understand now. So that is how to create an opening casing for the rope, and you can go ahead and just stitch around, just turn it around and stitch it to your band, then put your elastic band and work on it. And that will be all for this short. I hope you have learned something. If so, please kindly subscribe, like my videos, and comment, and let me know what you think. And if you want me to make a full video on this short, just let me know and I will remake a full video from the scratch. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. You can watch my other videos and let me know what you think and what you like me to work on next. So here is the pocket, and you can see how nice it is looking. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to see you on the next video. Bye.